Hey guys, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and I had to make a video on what I'm about to tell you guys because I think I've actually cracked it. I've really finally sorted out what leads to a good tournament and what leads to a bad tournament, and I think it's revolutionary for at least for myself, and I'm sure a lot of players out there. So man, it's such a nice feeling to have come to this conclusion, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. But let me tell you all about it, right? So basically, over the last like couple months, I've played several tournaments, right? I've written them here. I played Birmingham Rapid. I then played the English Championships, which was like standard play. I then played Leicester Rapid. Then I played this Belgrade Rapid, Belgrade Blitz, right? And now I'm gonna next play Prague Open, Dortmund Open, which are these big classical tournaments. So to remind you guys how I did, in case you're new here or you haven't been following like the previous videos, Birmingham Rapid went very well. I was playing in the under 2000 section. I scored 6 out of 7, and I came joint first. English Championships went very, very well as well. I scored 50% in a field where I was one of the weakest players on paper. Leicester Rapid went very well as well. Like I beat an FM and I scored a very decent, I think 4 out of 6, or 4.5 out of 6. I can't quite remember, but it was again very, very good result. I think 4 out of 6. And then Belgrade Rapid, I scored 5.5 out of 9, and this was like one of my best. I was the best under 2000 player in the whole event. Like no one on 5.5 or above was rated below 2000. So this was a really good result. Belgrade Blitz started off very well, and then it very rapidly went wrong, and I lost all my progress in the event. And Belgrade Blitz went terrible. Like I literally withdrew from the event. It was like I had like very, very rough start. Not feeling the chess at all, not seeing anything, and just having to withdraw. So I had these tournaments, right? So I was trying to. I don't know, like I came. Basically, I've been training with a pretty strong player, and we were discussing. I don't know. I mean I came to this conclusion myself, but it was just through these discussions we were having that I kind of got to this point. And I realized something very, very interesting, and that is for all of these really good tournaments that I've had 4 in a row, what I did very, very well was that I was able to preoccupy myself before the tournament with something very, very productive chess-wise, either like doing a lot of woodpecker method or doing like I don't know, like training my openings, or even like having these like thought provoking discussions about 1c3 against other people online, and like I don't know, just doing a lot of chess. That just made me feel sharp, right? I felt like I was really sharp. Like either I was playing a lot online. I mean, I was playing some Lead Chess Classical and stuff, just doing a lot of chess, but nothing related to the actual tournament. And by preoccupying myself with that chess, I was then very, very sharp. And then that meant like going into the tournament, I was playing good chess, and that led to good results, right? And I would say I was able to channel this, I think, in most of these events, actually. I feel like I was putting in the hard work, like, this daily streaming and stuff. And I feel like this was getting the results. But then this most recent Belgrade Blitz 1 and Belgrade Blitz 2, I feel like the biggest difference was that this Belgrade Blitz 1 that I played, like the first half of the event, I was, not expecting anything, and it was going really well. And then I kind of started thinking about the tournament. I was like, oh my God, if I keep this up, I can reach 2000, or, am I actually really, really good at chess, and like maybe I shouldn't be traveling because I'm so good at chess. These kind of thoughts. And then of course I did really badly. And then if you guys remember, some of you watching will have watched my live stream on this, where the evening, right, or literally the morning of the Belgrade Blitz 2, I literally spent an hour discussing this concept of like withdrawing from a tournament and whether this can be beneficial in terms of rating. Like I was literally just thinking about the rating and thinking, oh, okay, calculating like what ratings I can get to a certain 2000 or whatever. And really, really hyper fixated on the tournament that is coming up. And then, of course, the tournament comes around. I play in the tournament. And, of course, it goes really badly because I've got so much weight and expectation on this tournament. And, this had its really, really negative repercussions, right? And, yeah, I think that's really, really interesting. That I think for this Dortmund and Prague, like in my head so far in these past few weeks, I've put tremendous pressure on myself because it's almost like, this is the last chance I'm going to play some serious classical chess before my travels. And as a result, I've been trying to get into this very determined kind of mindset about it, where I'm going to try and play my best, and I'm really focused on trying to do the best tournament I can. But I've also in the back of my mind had some doubts about like, okay, like if I'm able to hit 2000, how is that going to affect my psychology and stuff like this, and all of these thoughts, right? But what I actually need to do is just try and grind as much chess in the coming days or even during the tournament so that I'm really, really strong. My chess is really, really strong. I'm really sharp, but I'm not thinking about the tournament at all. It's kind of like this is a product, like these rounds that I'm playing. It's almost like testing like the chess that I've been doing, but it's not a tournament, right? It's nothing like this. And I think that's going to help a lot. So that's the first thing. And the second thing that I realized was when I did really, really well in this Leicestershire Rapid, I had just done my 24-hour stream. And, there were some jokes about, saying how like lack of sleep led to this like good tournament, right? And something like this. But it's not that. I actually had a good night's sleep. And it's more than just a good night's sleep. I had a really good night's sleep. And the reason why was because I had been working hard for 24 hours. And then I took a nice 8-hour sleep. Like, it was the nicest sleep. I slept so deeply. And when I woke up, I was ready to play, right? So I think if you are training so hard that you've exhausted yourself, that you have a really good night's sleep and you wake up fresh, that's also going to be a huge factor to playing good chess. So I think if I play in a tournament and I, let's say, play a game and it's a really long game and I'm feeling exhausted and I have a really good night's sleep, next day's going to be well. If I have a game where I'm not feeling as exhausted, and maybe that is a day where I should actually do some training in the evening, maybe like analyze the game and try and get to a point where, yeah, I've put in the day's work and now I'm ready to have a really nice good sleep and wake up for the next round. I'm going to try these two things, just these two things. I know, like, some of you are going to laugh about how the fact that I have these revelations every other week. But I think this is really nice because I've been having some, like, stress about, like, these upcoming Prague and Dortmund. But actually, recently, I haven't had as much stress because I've been so busy with, like, marketing kind of stuff, right? Like, I've been sorting out, like, certain initiatives and also have been, like, working out some of my travel plans. And I've just been very busy, very, very busy. And just not had really much time to worry about the tournaments. And actually, that's been good. So I think it's going to be a mix of that, trying to just play a lot of chess, trying to be in the best chess form I can be, training a lot. And then if the tournament comes, like, it's kind of just like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing and I'm just playing, like, my best chess because I've been training my best chess. I'm going to try that. I'm going to see how it goes. Very excited to see how it goes. And yeah, I'm just going to try and keep doing what I'm doing. And we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I think just like the recent tournaments and kind of analyzing that, like it really feels like I've really come onto something here about my own chess psychology. And the strong player that I was speaking to about this stuff, he also said that for himself, it's kind of like going for glory before a tournament never worked for him. Like, you hear about it a lot in these stories, but I think it can do as much harm as it can good, and probably it can do more harm, like compared to like this kind of very minimal pressure kind of like mindset where it's not like you're rusty, you're on form, but you're just not in a state of like putting lots of pressure on yourself. So yeah, I don't know, like who needs to hear that, but I'm sure some people out there would benefit from this. Especially some of the people who are about to play in like the British Championships, like this kind of stuff. Just, yeah, be on top chess form with training and just go into it without much thought. I think that's going to be the thing that's going to do it for me. So I'm actually looking forward to, getting into this mindset. And yeah, hope it goes well. So on that note, thank you to all the Patreon subscribers and YouTube members, as always. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow probably for another C3 Venom speedrun video. Okay, adios.